Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Hi, good morning and welcome to another episode of Sports Spring on Western Spring Television. It's the last installment for the week and we believe it will be one to remember. So many things happening in the world of sports, and most especially on the local scene. We're talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League and when the final rounds of matches will be played. Welcome once again.
And I am NENGI ERNEST ADEMOLA. Thanks for joining us this morning and welcome into the Friday edition of Sports Spring on Western Spring Television. Just like Joseph has rightly stated, a whole lot to talk about. For the under-17 AFCON, it's a sad news coming up from that angle as the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria has been knocked out by the Burkina Faso team yesterday. Of course, we tried our best, but it wasn't just good enough. Aside from that, we'll also talk about the world of tennis, where the likes of Jessica Pegula and Arina Sabalenka has also been knocked out of the Italy Open. More of this and analysis coming your way. Thanks for joining us once more.
So let's start from the local scene here, and we'll start with the under-17 team, which says the hope of Nigeria's Golden Eaglets participating in the 2023 the FIFA Under-17 World Cup has finally been shattered. The five-time world champions entered the Under-17 African Cup of Nations in Algeria as a favorite, but ended up crashing out in the quarter-final. After qualifying for the knockout rounds as second in the group, they were drawn to face rival Burkina Faso in the quarter-final of the competition. But it was the Burkina Babes that laughed last after securing a 2-1 win over Nigeria in a keenly contested game in Algiers. Abubakar Kamara put the Burkina Faso ahead in the first half, and they were able to double their lead in the second stanza of the game to seize the control of proceedings. Abubakar Abdullahi pulled one back for Nigeria midway into the second half, and all the efforts of the Golden Eaglet to level the game proved abortive. Burkina Faso secured a World Cup and a semi-final ticket at the expense of Nigeria with a 2-1 victory. Exactly.
Now you talk about that match yesterday between Burkina Faso and, of course, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. I tell you for sure that things pertaining that match, just like I would say concerning that of AC Milan and what's their name now, Inter Milan, they didn't take much of a notice concerning what is going on in the very first half of that game. Of course, if you look at that game, the very first goal that was scored by what's their name now, by Burkina Faso, I tell you, was just luck on their side, and the defenders, you know, failing to be able to put that ball away. But definitely, I want to tell you for sure that the defense line was very dreadful yesterday. Poor finishing. Those were all the things that, you know, formed together to just make us to knock us out of that particular match yesterday. Shooting shots from very long ranges it was a pretty poor performance from them, but I think at this point in time it's even good we are knocked out, because how would we have faced the likes of Senegal, the likes of Mali and the rest of them? So I think at this point in time we just need to sit back and go back to the drawing board. Let's see what we actually did wrong. Let's check out the flaws, and I hope that next competition we'll be able to do better.
And still with the under-17 here, Mali has defeated Congo. They're through to the semis as well.
Exactly, that game ended 3-0 in favor of Mali, and it was a spectacular one to behold. Two-time champions Mali progressed to the semi-finals of the Total Energies Under-17 African Cup of Nations, that's AFCON, after seeing of Congo 3-0 in Annaba on Thursday. The victory also assures Mali of a place at the FIFA World Cup, the third of 4 African countries to book their tickets. And Angetia, Mamadou Doumbia and Mahamoud Bari got the 3 goals for the Malian Eagles to hand them a place in the last 4 and a ticket to the global showpiece. Now, Tia got Mali in front after just 8 minutes with a brilliant break into the box from Doumbia through ball and a shot into the far left. Mali was dominant from the word go and limited Congo's movement up front, pinning them into their own half. Doumbia almost made it 2-0 for Mali in the 26 minutes with a shot on the half turn from the edge of the box, but it went just wide. And just 5 minutes later through, he made it 2-0 with a low finish after a defense splitting pass from Barry found him well placed. Of course, that is what we're talking about. You talk about the performance of Mali against Congo, definitely advancing to the next round and also booking a ticket to the World Cup.
This says Amara Diop has expressed his delight after he broke Victor Osimhen's scoring record at the Total Energies on the 17th Africa Cup of Nations after scoring a brace against South Africa in the quarterfinals in Algiers on Wednesday evening, taking his tally to 5 in the tournament. This is the other week. Osimhen broke a George West Africa top scorer record in the Italian Serie A after scoring his 47th goal against Fiorentina as Napoli claimed their 3rd Scudetto. The Senegalese captain and number 10 surpassed the record of 4 goals set by Napoli goal king Victor Osimhen at the 2015 tournament in Niger, with 2 more games to play. Bearing in mind Osimhen's current exploit at the Italian club Napoli, Diop says he is delighted to follow in the footsteps of such a successful player. And
Joseph, taking a look at this picture right here on the screen, this man is 14-year-old. He's a 14-year-old left winger who has surpassed the record of 4 goals set by Osimhen at the 2015 tournament in Niger, with 2 more games to play. Of course, a very phenomenal. He's 14 years. I just said it right now. He's 14. Remember, it's an under 17, of course. I
know I might not have it, but this man can be 17. I'm trying to understand. I don't know 14. If they can zoom in the picture again. Let me see clearly. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, it's 14.
It's 14. That's what I'm saying.
This man
is 14 years old. Well, you know, let's take away the age part of it, okay? Let's talk about the way he has been very phenomenal. The way he has been very phenomenal when it comes to the Senegalese team. He is 14. Were you there when they were doing the MRI scan? I mean, this person passed the MRI scan.
For 14?
For 14 years.
Interesting.
So exactly, and I think it's a massive outbreak for him. Talking about Diop in this one, and I definitely know for sure that is delightful and very delighted to be able to break that record that was set by Osimhen. Joseph.
Let's talk about FIFA Under 20 and leave the 14-year-old and move to FIFA. Let's talk about the Under 20 World Cup.
Exactly. Now, the Under 20 World Cup, I tell you for sure, it's set to be very groundbreaking, especially how Nigeria, that's the Flying Eagles, were able to get that one through their very final match in the Under 17 AFCON. Now, Nigeria's Under 20 national team, Flying Eagles, will on Friday, that's today, slug it out with Argentina Primerica national B team, Almirante Brown. The friendly match is put together for the team to be in better shape ahead of the World Cup finals in Argentina. Flying Eagles, who arrived at the World Cup venue, that's Argentina, last Sunday, and in order to fly Nigerian African flag in the final of the 2023 FIFA Under 20 World Cup, the team needs to engage in some friendly matches to get the players ready for the hostilities during the competition. Now, Almirante Brown currently plays in the Primera B Nacional, the 2nd division of Argentine Football League system. The football stadium is located in the Isidro Casanova district of the same partido, where the friendly match against Nigeria Under 20 boys will take place on Friday at 4 p.m. And also, head coach Nathan Boso and his assistants have started drilling the players since Monday evening, shortly after their arrival from Nigeria. Wish them all the best. And of course, we also know that the 2-time world champions, World Cup finalists are in Group D of the FIFA Under 20 World Cup, with Dominican Republic, Italy, and Brazil. And the 2015 African champions will entertain Dominican Republic in the group opener on the 21st of May, 2023, before trading tackles with Italy and Brazil. So the Nigerian team will also engage Colombia Under 20 national team next Tuesday at the Tristan Suarez Stadium in Buenos Aires at 4 p.m. Argentine time, while 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Of course, it is very good to be able to take on friendly games before major tournaments, but we do hope that after all of this friendly games, they would make us proud when the major tournament kickstarts.
Last year, to know that the Confederation of African Football CAF is on the verge of killing 2 birds with 1 stone by talking to football authorities in Algeria on the possibility of playing host to AFCON 2023 qualifiers between Sierra Leone and Nigeria. A decent source within the 4 walls of the NFF Secretariat in Abuja revealed that CAF is bent on staging their counter outside Sierra Leone for safety reasons and other logistics inconveniences, because Sierra Leone FA had written to CAF to approve its 6,000 capacity, the national stadium in a city outside Freetown for the match. But the Continental Soccer Governing Body vehemently turned down the request because the facilities in the stadium did not measure up to international standard when it was inspected. Besides, the city do not have any five-star hotel as stipulated by the World Soccer Governing Body. Word was rife that CAF is also looking at other options like Morocco and other who had in the past offered its stadium for use when Nigeria hammered Sao Tome 10-0.
And still talking about the AFCON, let's give you this update as Botswana has officially announced its intent to host the African Cup of Nations finals in 2027. Now, the Minister of Sports, Tomiso Ragare, confirmed that the country is ready to go in alone after Namibia withdrew from the joint bid. Botswana has already spent over 1.3 million on facility audits and is committing 65.7 million to compiling a bid book, a significant expenditure which demonstrates the country's political will to host the continental showpiece. However, the absence of the Botswana Football Association, that's the BFA, at the announcement has raised eyebrows, as they were expected to be leading the bid with the government closely behind them. I guess would follow this one closely to give you more updates on it, but according to the headlines here, it has been announced officially that Botswana is to bid to host the AFCON 2027 finals.
All right, away from that because of time, this is Ghana Basketball Federation will host the 2023 FIBA Under-16 African Championship. The Zone 3 qualifiers are for men and women qualifiers in June. Games will be played in the capital city of Accra between the 19th to the 24th of June. The winners in both categories advance to the final round of the 2023 FIBA Africa Under-16 Championships are slated for the cities of Monastir and Sosse in Tunisia from the 13th to the 23rd of July. The national teams of Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Niger, Nigeria, Togo, and host Ghana with few teams. In the men's category, only Cote d'Ivoire 2013, 2019 and 2021, and Nigeria 2009 bronze, 2015 and 2019 bronze are featured in the final round since the inception of the championship in 2009, while the women's category, Cote d'Ivoire 2013 and Nigeria 2015 winning a silver, still reign supreme. This will be the first time Ghana will be making the first appearance in this category and will be looking forward to making an impact. The inaugural edition of this 12-team championship took place from the 18th of September to the 26th in Maputo, Mozambique. The date, Egypt has won the most titles, triumphing 5 times in 7 editions. Angola and Mali follow with 1 title each. And
of course, when it comes to basketball, definitely Nigeria is well known to be able to conquer all round. But let's see what the under-16 boys can be able to do this time around when Ghana is going to host this particular championship. All the best to them. Now let's bring you up to speed with what is going on in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Matches definitely will be played in during this weekend. That's on Sunday. But before that, let's also let you know that the Yobe Desert Stars will lose 3 points and 3 goals from their accrued number in Group A4 of the Northern Conference for assaults on match officials during match day 5 with DMD Football of Brno at the August 27th Stadium in Damaturu on Sunday, 7th May 2023. Now, verified match reports indicted Yobe Desert Stars for assaults on match officials, which led to the center referee Sharani Guza from Kano State Referees Council losing a tooth. Now, referee Guza was beaten to a pulp and eventually hospitalized following attacks by alleged supporters of the club who swooped on him and his assistants. And however, NNL has ruled the match as a complete following provisions of the rules and regulation. And aside from that, Yobe Stars will pay the sum of 1 million for encroachment by their fans, which disrupted the match proceeding, and 500,000 naira medical bills of the referee, another 500,000 naira, which will serve as replacement for lost items of the match officials. And the supporters of Yobe Desert Stars are placed on a 1-year ban from activities of the NNL. Joseph, we did talk about this yesterday when Plateau United was also hit with a 3-point deduction, making them to now derail from the path of qualifying for the Super 6 in the NPFL. It's now down to the NNL, and the way it is, I mean, I don't even want to describe it because it's going to it's going to pop up some kind of way in the imagination of people, because this is very bad. Beaten to a pulp. That is according to the report.
Well, I think that it's a welcome development from the IMC, and you know, all around season we've been, you know, giving them that kudos that they deserve in terms of taking strict sanctions and ensuring that these judgments come immediately. So it's a good one from the IMC. Being impressed. I mean, we need to learn the hard way and understand that, to be honest, you just have to learn the hard way. Things have to be done rightly. You have to step on toes if you want things to work. I mean, they say if you want to be nice all the time, then go sell ice cream.
On the
you understand? Yeah, on the street,
you
can laugh anyhow and be nice anyhow. You understand? But that is one thing they've enjoyed in the past when they talk about the football body here. But now this has come to an end, and I'm happy with what the league management is doing at the moment. All right,
let's talk about the fixtures to expect in the Nigerian Premier Football League. In Group A on Sunday, we'll see El Kanemi Warriors take on Plateau United. We just give you an update that Plateau United suffered a 3-point deduction, which has made them to derail from the fact that they might be able to qualify for the NPFL Super 6. Now, aside from that, still in Group A, Gombe United will take on Aqua United. Aqua United doing pretty well in Group A so far. Nasarawa United will now take on Bendel Insurance. Let's not also forget that Bendel Insurance, they've extended their unbeaten run in the NPFL so far to 17 games. Let's see what pans out in Game 18 come on Sunday. Remo Stars will also take on Kwara United, as well as Shooting Stars against Eyimba. That's for Group A. And fixtures coming from Group B, Joseph Abia Warriors against Doma United, Bayelsa United against Niger Tornadoes, Lobby Stars against Wiki Tourists. Wiki Tourists fresh from a draw against Rivers United yesterday. Let's see what this particular match holds for them when they take on table toppers, Lobby Stars. Sunshine Stars will also host Dakada FC. All this will come by the hour of 4 p.m. on Sunday, talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League fixtures.
And don't forget that yesterday the game between Wiki Tourists and Rivers United ended in a 1-all draw. We'll go on a quick break here and give you highlights from some of the matches I played yesterday. When we come back, more analysis and some of the biggest stories. We'll be back.